Hey everybody, how's it going? There's no games. I'm just going to be talking and showing off all the cool stuff that I got from Japan while visiting. As you may have noticed, there were no videos in the last 2 weeks, and that's because I was out there on vacation, which was so desperately needed. A lot of crazy stuff at work, and a break was well deserved, I think, to put it lightly. So, definitely got a lot of cool stuff from there. If you're interested in buying stuff there too, consider taking a look. Well, first things first is, of course, I went to TGS, was able to get there and get some goods. There were a lot of cool stuff, lots of games. The booths were amazing, so ornate, and I was even able to meet Zatouch. If you follow, I'm sure most of you follow me because of Monster Strike, but one of the channels I do follow, it shows off them, the twins. They're both comedians, and then Cho Helmet's Oshima and Kitsune's Awaji, they're also comedians. All four of them were together at the Now booth, which owns their channel, and the fact that I got to see them and then was able to shake each and one of their hands, take a picture with them even. It was an amazing moment. And honestly, despite all the other cool games that are there, I played like Final Fantasy VII finally, got the demo there. Even got to try out some of like the Personas, the Super Monkey Ball. I mean, I was thinking about Yakuza, but the line there was like 100+ minutes, and I didn't want to wait 2 hours for that. I was able to get in at least Final Fantasy VII when it first opened, so like it was only a 40-minute wait at most. And so I actually, it was a good time. There was a lot of cool stuff to see, and seeing all of the like newer games, the indie style games, up and coming creators are trying to put out. They were showing that off there too. So just seeing all of that, the different range of stuff from like the professional, fully complete to the we're trying to start off our career in games level. It was a pretty fun range of stuff, and of course there's a lot of stuff to buy. I didn't go too crazy, thank God. I just went to the station that sold like a bunch of Nintendo goods, so I got this awesome Splatoon plushie. I spent way too much time in that game. Got it's so good. When I saw this, had to buy that. And then of course this adorable little Kirby Sakura Mochi style, sleeping and then wrapped around this leaf. Adorable. I couldn't say no. So spent a few money there. I was debating whether or not to get the Chocobo. Oh, focus. Come on. Okay, sorry guys. There you go. I was debating whether or not to get the Chocobo from the Square Enix group, but I was like, nah, I've already spent enough money. But there was a lot of cool stuff to look at, and I'm sure a lot more people spent a lot more money than I did. So I'm glad I had some self-restraint there. But once that was over, then the next week I was able to go to my first ever concert and handshake event for Hinatazaka 46, and it was raining, which was a bummer. Luckily, I was able to wait under the covers, so we weren't just bombarded with rain the whole time. And there was somebody else out there who was more than willing to help me out and guide me through that, because it's the first time. I don't know how anything went. So Ichigo, if you're watching, thank you so much for helping me out there and making that a successful run. The interesting thing is, he got there pretty early, so we were towards the front of the line, but apparently they give out the seatings in random order, so Just because you were at the front doesn't mean you would be seated in the front. You'd be given a random ticket, and unfortunately you were sent to the C block, which was the end of the mini live arena. So we didn't get any close-up viewings of the performance, which was a bummer, but we actually got out of the live stage earlier so we could line up for the handshakes. And that's where I actually got to meet my Oshimen, Saito Kyoko. Oh! Right here. I actually got to, shake her hand, like, really up close. Like, literally, your hand, like, she's here, like this, and you're just, like, right there. I mean, I waited 30 minutes, and you only get like 2-3 seconds to talk to her. So I was like, this is my first handshake. It's like, oh, who is she? And she said something else afterwards that I don't remember at all, but I mean, it was an experience. And then afterwards, I had 3 tickets in total because I bought the CDs. You may remember that from a previous video. And so spent one for the live viewing, right? That concert, which was amazing. Never been there, done like that before. And actually got one of those pen lights that you see everybody has. So I actually have some official merchandise. The cool thing, it changes color. Maybe it's a little hard to tell. Yellow, orange, red, white, pink. And so like each member has 2 colors basically, so you have 2 of them to try and like indicate which one is your Oshimen. So of course my Oshimen, Saito Kyoko, white, double white, so even if I only have one, it's at least safe in terms of what to show up for color wise. And so yeah, after that I went to another pair of members. There was Miyata Manamo and Tomita Suzuka, who were in the same line, who happened to be my, I would say, number 2 and number 3 in terms of members I like the most. So having them both in a line was amazing. But the thing is, they're both pretty popular, so the fact that they were in the same line meant both, big contingent fans are in the same line, right? And that line went back and forth, I think 7 times. And so I actually waited 2 hours to get through that line. That was a long wait. But, I mean, they're both just adorable. And, again, just being able to shake their hands like that, even though it was only for 2-3 seconds, being, like, really face-to-face with them like that, that was quite an experience. I don't know if I'd wait that long again, but, I mean, to be honest, at least for waiting for Saito Kyoko, only 30 minutes, that was quite an experience. And I mean, if there's an opportunity to do it again, it would be great to meet everybody eventually. And people who do go enough, like apparently they do remember them. You send them letters through the app that they have. A lot of people say they read them and they do actually remember them. So it sounds like, well, let's just say this. It's probably a good thing I don't live in Japan, right? I would lose a lot of money that way. But anyways, otherwise there were also a bunch of goods you could buy. I should not talk while not facing the mic. So I actually got my official Oshimen towel here. So yeah. So, each member has, like I said, their own colors for their the pen lights. So all the towels for their official ones have mimicked their color schemes. So since Kyoko is white and white, probably didn't want to do just a blank white towel, so they made it gray, but I'm glad to actually finally get one of these. In addition, they had some trading cards where this one's new, and so I mean, I think the cards themselves are slightly older, right? Because they also had the Kyun cards from the first single, but I just went with the Yukata because it's a little bit more adorable. And of course, I traded off a bunch of stuff to make sure I got a full set of my Oshimen Saito Kyoko. Now, I know I probably didn't make the best deals, but to be honest, all I wanted is this set, so that's all that really mattered. But, got a bunch of other members here, which is great. And just more cards, so that is pretty cool. You'll probably see them in the background. And in addition, there was a special thing from Lawson where they would have special bromide printouts, you know, based on, again, their photo book that they had. So, you know, of course, I got the 2 of my Oshimen. Pretty cool. And then, of course, you know, like I said, you got Miyata Manamo here, Tomita Suzuka, and of course, Watanabe Miho. Great photos. So, got those while in Japan. So that is cool. Now, of course, as you know, this channel is mainly a Monster Strike channel. So, of course, I went to the X-Flag store, and I was even able to go to the news and the M4 playthrough of Complex, right? That was just released a few days ago, and I got super lucky in both instances. I was very much in the front, so front row seats of everything, and you know, being able to see, was it Panae and Riex in person? Oh, actually, before that, I did go to the Tokyo Hands where they had the special birthday Oragon ticket quest. So they had a bunch of, like, what was it, stand-ups in the store. You would write down the keywords, and then in turn you would get a quest, which would get you drops for birthday Oragon. Now, I haven't run those yet, so if you want to run them, just make sure you join the Discord channel that I'm in. Eventually I will run them, probably next week once I'm back home and finally relaxing from all this traveling. I will host it there, so if you get lucky in terms of timing, you can join in and get 5 copies of it, because I do believe each ticket drops 5 times. So that's that. But of course, from Tokyo Hands, I bought a lot of other stuff. So of course, he's like, I mean, this isn't Monster Strike, but I love these nano block stuff. I love making these small things, so I bought a few packs of those. I'll sure to waste time on that later. But they had a special gacha where, you know, you can pull and you would get you know, an A reward, B reward, C reward, and one of them, I think it was a C reward here. You get these pin, you know, can badges, button badges. What do you call them? Anyways, but they're pretty cute. We got Nightingale, Lucy, and Setsuna there in a, you know, deforme form. And let's see, I also got one of these figurines. Why not, right? And actually, there are 5 random ones with I think there's 6 possible. One of them's a secret. Yeah, possible 5 with 1 secret. So let's see. You got the Devil Punk member, 3 of those, and then you've got Mana and Lucy. So and this looks like Mana. Nice. Nice. What am I gonna do with that? I don't know, but that's not the point. I'm just gonna throw it up somewhere anyway, right? I am a sort of a pack rat, so I guess it probably doesn't help that I'm buying new stuff and just throwing them around somewhere. Alright, let's see. There you go. Mana. Now, hopefully I can get one on my main account, because right now it's only my tablet that has one. Alright, so that's that. And, of course, I forget what this was. There must have been like a... Oh, right. So they had a time trial attack where if you're able to clear specific quests under a certain time, you would get a special postcard. I did Yamatake since it's really easy to do with the OP monsters, right? So, ooh, Sherlock Holmes, nice. So there you go, a Sherlock Holmes postcard. I will store that up here. Alright, and so that's basically all the stuff I got from Tokyo Hands. Again, Tokyo Hands has a lot of other cool contraptions and stuff to buy, so, you know, like I did buy those nano blocks of Pokemon, so there you go. Alright, so that's that. Now, of course, I went to... it's already 15 minutes. Alright, so let's break it off here. Next part, we'll go over... So, afterwards, like I said, I went to the X-Flag store to see the M4. And, of course, buy stuff, too. So, I will split it off here. And then check back for the next video. So this is it for part 1 of the Japan trip goods. Stay tuned until tomorrow for part 2. So until then, bye bye.